Welcome back, ODHtv, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 8 trailer. Episode 408 is entitled Street Struck. The air date is May 2nd, so I'm assuming we're on that 2-week hiatus. But the synopsis reads, Rock goes on the offensive as Marvin and Lou attempt to contain the escalating situations. Jukebox joins the search for O-Cee while Kanan looks into his theory on what happened to Famous.
You said you might know put down Fame.
Rock.
As we saw from the last episode, Kanan saw his mother paying off the 2 police officers that were extorting her for protection money in Season 3. And like I said in my other video, now I know they have to move the story along and get Kanan's mind going crazy, but it just seems real weird that they would have somebody as smart as Rock paying off 2 cops in broad daylight right outside the same strip mall where they were trying to extort Rock. No disrespect to the writers, I just think they could have found a better way to make this point. Now, I strongly suggest that you watch my other video where I explain how I believe Rock did not kill Famous. Of course, I'll leave a link in the description and a link up top right here. But however, in a nutshell, one of the things I'm explaining is that I don't believe that she did it because one of the main things that happened to Famous was he was tortured. And if you follow the show, you know that Famous was terrified of Rock. So much so that he let her put a weapon inside his best friend's book bag so he can go to school and get caught, and didn't tell him about it. And even when he did talk about it with Kanan, one of the things he said was, yo, your mom's is scary. So my point is, if she needed the information out of him about anything, all she would have had to do was ask, because he was terrified of her. ODHtv is a relatively small channel. But I want to say thank you to some of these bigger channels that try to take my perspectives, my ideas, and even try to copy the way I edit. It lets me know that my videos are entertaining.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right.
But back to Kanan. If he's going to believe that because Rock is paying off the police that she's the one that killed Famous, then that would mean he would have to look at Snaps and Pops. He walked in while they were paying off the police. And they gave him advice about it, letting him know it's good to have some cops on the payroll. So his anger towards his mom is almost as ridiculous as Unique's. Even in this scene when Jukebox asks Rock,
You think he took out Fire?
Even the way she answers this question, it seems like she would be more than willing to pin this murder on Unique, and that would have killed all the noise surrounding Famous, but she didn't do that. But it seems like she wants to give Jukebox a real answer.
The way Fame got knocked around and dumped up in the Bronx like he did, it just don't make a whole lot of sense for Unique.
However, I could be wrong, but it remains to be seen.
We about to be back up in a big way. Changing the game all over again.
So Afeez told Rock there's turmoil in this country and the shipment is going to be about a month late, but it seems like it got there a little earlier. Everybody seems a little happy, and we know in the Power universe, happiness is a sin. Something bad's going to happen. Now this part here when she says we're about to be back up in a big way, I can't tell who she's talking to. Whoever it is has long hair. Could be Quan, but that's not his lamp. I've been trying to match that lamp up to different scenes. Quan, Terry's office, couldn't figure it out. So if you know in the comments, let me know who she's talking to.
When and where?
So of course, when and where definitely sounds like there's a meet being set up, but who's he meeting with? Unique usually rolls by himself with some muscle, and Stefano's not going to have muscle sitting at the table. Rock and Marvin are looking at Stefano sideways right now, so I'm not sure it's them. There are 2 plates sitting across from Stefano, so could we finally get a meeting with Snaps and Pop? The S&P, the Standard & Poor of the hood, they are the criminal market makers. I would love to see those actors go back and forth. I think that would be a really good scene. Now going back to Stefano, Rock, and Marvin, I still believe that Marvin's demise is imminent. We still have early Tyler that was complaining to Marvin saying that he couldn't get this one guy to pay because he was a made man and he was supposed to be allowed to carry that debt. Also remember, we still haven't seen this from one of the trailers. So we don't know who this guy is. This could be the Maid Mafia guy that owes early $10,000 and maybe Marvin might be trying to collect the debt. Don't know, this is a guess. But if it is, does Marvin get arrested or killed after this? Because in my other Marvin video, I showed you this. The synopsis for episode 10, which is entitled, Give Me the Weight. But that's not the part of this that gets me. It reads, a devastated Kanan furiously searches for answers and revenge. Rock attempts to stave off the collapse of her business as she and Lou prepare for a possible war with Unique. Why does it say she and Lou, and not she, Lou, and Marvin, Rock, Marvin, and Lou, the Thomas family? It just says she and Lou, preparing for a war with Unique. That means all hands on deck. Where's Marvin? And here's some speculation for you. If he does get arrested, do you think he'll go easy? Or will he go out like Kanan and take a bunch of cops with him?
This bitch gonna pay, man.
This dude is way out of kilter with his obsession of getting back at Rock. But whose arm is that? Is that Lou? Looks like he's shooting into one of Unique's old cars. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll be back in the next one.
Get it. Player to player, I mean. Games that you playing, I seen. The chance that I'm taking, I mean. These things that I'm saying, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I really need. I don't even know if you